What did it feel like when you failed 7 driving tests before? Tell me the feelings after each test.
You feel obviously upset, angry, because what happens is every time I just do something stupid, I just kind of shut down emotionally and my head does not speak to my body whatsoever. But mainly disappointed, because obviously I know I can do it. It's usually that I've had 3 minors and 1 major fault, probably for pulling out on somebody, if I'm honest. So, yeah.
And then what happened this time when you did the TFT exercises? What felt different?
I was still nervous, but only in the pit of my stomach, as you are anyway. I was going to have butterflies, and my hands were a little bit shaky, but I could actually concentrate, so I made a mistake and carried on concentrating, whereas previously I've gone on and had a major fault and completely messed it up, and that's been that then.
Now, you said after the test that you saw the examiner put a mark on the sheet and you thought, although you know you shouldn't look, you thought it was a serious fault. What felt different seeing that fault today, thinking it was a serious and you'd failed, compared with if you'd seen it before?
I think previously I've had minor faults and presumed they've been a major and thought that's it, thrown everything out and been completely terrible. Whereas this time I thought, do you know what, there's a chance that was a minor, so I may as well carry on and try. And normally I'd have just broken down in tears. The last test I did, I was nearly in tears with the first mistake that I did. So, yeah.
Now, what was interesting is throughout we've done the TFT, you were saying the emotions are the failed previous tests. So what are those emotions that you get when you failed? What emotions come to mind when you then think of having to take it again?
You're angry with yourself when you fail the first time, especially if you know that you could have passed. Like if you've had hundreds and hundreds of minors and you're not a very good driver, but when you know you're a good driver, you get really angry and frustrated and then upset. But I mean disappointed as well. So everybody thought that I could pass today, and obviously I did, but in the back of my mind I was thinking, oh God, I've disappointed them before, and then it's guilt for them feeling like, you know.
And then what does it feel like when you experience the TFT? I mean, I asked people, how bad is the emotion on a scale of 1 to 10?
10,
and yours,
normally.
yours was just off the scale.
Yeah.
And when I said to you, what's the emotion thinking the previous test? It was trauma was the biggest one, first of all. What does the tapping physically feel like? So when you're thinking about the trauma and the upset and the anxiety, then when you actually go through the tapping sequence, how does it change? What feels?
It's really strange because the emotion just kind of goes away, and I felt really silly doing it at first, and then I felt even sillier because after doing the tapping 2 or 3 times I felt fine. So I felt almost like a fraud, like
almost like you'd made this feeling.
I can't be that worked up if it's gone that quickly. But then towards the end, I don't care how it worked. I'm just glad that it did.
Now, when we had a lesson yesterday, you texted me in the morning saying your legs are shaking and you feel sick, but you're trying to get into the thought field. You're trying to feel nervous and you couldn't get into it. No. So then the thought field actually changed from one of, I want to be okay, but I'm now worried that I can't get worried.
I was worried about being worried today and being too nervous today and it then being too late to fix it. But I was nervous today, and I was going to be. You can't be completely nerve-free, it's just not going to happen, but I was actually in control of myself today. Well, I've just passed my test, I've got my certificate and everything, so...
Shall we hold it up?
Yes.
There you go.
Look, look what I did.
Look what you did. Pass certificate and the sheets in the back there with 2 minor faults. So, final word, what do you think of the TFT? Is it worth people watching this DVD, having a go at it, if they're feeling nervous over their test?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'll be honest, you're probably going to feel a bit foolish when you do it at first, but just go with it because it will work. And if it works, no need to question it then, is it? Just do it.
Laura, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Is that okay?